Start it, you coward. Nice. Yes, we are back. It's interesting. I was out walking the dog and I thought something seemed off with one of the last attacks we were trying with that drill squad approach with Diggy. I think there's something unique with Diggy. Either that or I'm just totally out to lunch. So, I mean, either way, we're gonna figure something interesting out today. So, um, here's what I'm thinking. I don't know if I can. Let me see if I pull up one of these last ones here on the replay. I'll show you what I'm. Thank you. I like the intro to tune as well. I'm hoping I don't get like copyright striked for it or something like that, but I guess we'll find out. Okay, so check this out. So this was one of our test attacks using the drill squad. We swapped it up with a golem because that golem, for the 30 troop space, it tanks so much. But what I want to see here is Diggy is going to go in. The RC goes down before Diggy goes down. That's almost always the case. Now here's where it gets interesting. When the RC goes down, what does Diggy do? Some troops like the Yak will get raged and die. But you see, look, Diggy kept on attacking there. Okay? So maybe he was still targeting that, maybe he kept on attacking, I don't know. But notice there was no other heroes down at that point in time, okay? If I jump back to, I don't even know which one it did it in. Let's try the second last attack here. Okay, so second last attack, I'm gonna speed, comes in from the top. I'm gonna speed through. Notice I've got my Warden down already, okay? And Warden has the Phoenix going as a pet. Okay, now watch this. We've got Diggy and RC in the middle, okay? Diggy's still alive, I think. RC goes down. Diggy goes over here to rejoin the Warden. He didn't keep attacking. He said, my RC went down. There's another hero. I'm gonna go support that hero. Why did it do that? Will it just immediately hone in on the closest hero? Or does that hero have to have an available pet slot? Because technically, that Phoenix hasn't hatched yet. It's not active as a pet. So I'm wondering, is it possible to get two pets on one hero? It looks like this case, yes it was. That Warden had both Diggy and it had a Phoenix bouncing beside it. Maybe there's another hero doggy moves to the nearest closest hero. Maybe it does. But I'm just wondering, does it matter if the hero that's closest has another pet? That's what I want to test out, because the theory here is we do the same drill squad entry. We sue the RC, get the value. We make sure that Diggy goes. And what if Diggy rejoined a queen charge with a unicorn or with, you know, what's the dog's name? Lassie. Imagine a queen charge with that kind of firepower. Yeah. Try an FC with BK and Yak to see if Diggy would link up to it. Yeah, that's true. Okay, let's give that a go here. FC, please. Okay, so let me swap him up to Yak. And the only problem is that someone's got to kill my king. Okay. Mocha's got me covered. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to attack here. Let's try this. Yeah, I think it might be the fact that the... so here's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to risk the range here. I'm going to RC here. I'm going to immediately use ability. Okay, charges in. Gets killed here instantly. I'm going to drop the king in advance. RC goes down. Diggy rejoins over with the king. Now I've got a king with two pets. So it doesn't even matter. It doesn't even matter that the Phoenix hasn't hatched. It just matters that Diggy immediately goes to support another hero. Interesting. Okay. Let's stop that. Let's try this one more time. Once more, please. What if there's two heroes? Can't spell. Jeez. Get over there. Oh, actually, yeah, I need... I'll take Oskies. I don't know. Where's the easiest place I can Sui? Okay, so I'm going to go with Sui my RC, immediate ability, and then I'm going to go in here. I'm going to go Queen down here. Diggy goes to the King. So I found the closest hero. Yeah, it is huge for Queen walks. I mean, if Diggy jumps up and stuns it, so if you get a Queen with a Unicorn and a Diggy, both charging, that's a lot of firepower, you know? Okay, so we've got something on the go. Okay, so we've got some ideas. We're going to play around with that. So we're going to keep testing out this comp here. I have everything queued up. So basically we're doing Drill Squad with the Super Minion clone, with a Golem out in front, with a wall break, Super Wall Breaker if necessary. And we'll see how that works. I'm slowly honing in on Titans 1, so that could help a fair bit. Let's find a base here to work with. Maybe what I'll do is I'll try this one with the Queen Charge approach, rather than the Warden Walk. It's a lot of loot. I really shouldn't have skipped that one. Okay, this is a solid looking base. So I'm going to Queen Charge in from 3 once everything is said and done. And I'm going to try my Diggy attack in by this single target area here, because I know I'm running a golem into a single target, but I think it's the part that makes the most sense to a certain degree. So I'm going to go golem. I'm going to ignore the hole, because I'm going to ignore the hole. Drive that in and go you. Okay. So we've got our guys going in now. I've got to time that, because Diggy's going to go down quick. Diggy's jumping over to help now. Okay. There's a little bit of multitasking going on here. Go invisible with you, go clone with you, go rage with you. And second invisible, and that's good. Okay, so that's now doing its thing. It might be a tad too complicated, if I'm being honest here. I go you with that. I get the main push going this way. I didn't funnel that right, but I don't really care at this point. Queen's going, doing her own thing. I'll go with a jump right there. I don't know if I clicked the corner. Visible. That's working good. Queen's gonna go down. I really should have used a furry freeze spell. I got tied up. There's just so many things in the go there. Let's go you. Visible. Okay. So it does work. The Queen Charge with 2 pets does work. But it may not work the greatest when it comes to using the drill and the clone combined, because then you've got, as soon as your RC goes down, you have to make sure you've got another hero down, and as soon as your drill goes down, you have to be ready to be able to do a effectively a blizzard. That's a bit complicated. That could be a lot going on. I guess the other alternative is you flat out Sui your RC, and rather than, okay, so we may be we may be going down a little bit of a rabbit hole here, but I think we've got some ideas on this comp. I kind of feel like we want to try something slightly different here. So let's build out one here for a second. Let's get rid of this one. Yep. Okay, so check this out. If we go with, so we have a walk no matter what, right? We needed two wall, at least a couple wall breakers to get us in. So let's go with 3 for now, a couple Coco Loons, Baby Dragon, and a couple Wizards to funnel. What if we went the route of early RC ability Zapquake? Just pure Sui her in and take down a couple buildings. What would we need to do that? Probably would need at least 1 Ice Golem. We definitely want a couple Headhunters. I got to remember my numbers on the fly here because I doubt Zapquake calculator is updated yet. If I bring in, what is it, 2 Quakes? Yeah, I mean, there's a new Inferno level. I'm not going to know. I'm going to go 2 Quakes, 3 Zaps, just to have some flexibility. And then for the Queen charge, I'm going to go Rage, Rage. I need a jump. I'll have to do 2 poisons and a freeze. I'll just do it here. So that and that. I'm going to jump and a freeze off my CC. Okay. And then... and I still like the drill. So yeah, Sui RC with, well, not with Doggy specifically. I'm thinking Sui RC with yeah, Diggy. Thank you, Doggy's last. Yeah. So Sui RC with Diggy, and I think if I use Zapquakes well enough, which I've done a couple times as an early RC ability, I can have her take out a key defense like an Inferno Tower or something at a distance if they chain the right way. That's the point. So maybe what I need to do is have, instead of freezes, I'm going to be bringing invises just to be on the safe side. And then what does my main army comp? I'm going to have a Queen charge. I need something with some consistency here. I'm just going to use a couple of these E-Titans for now. Just, they're tanky enough. That should work. And then a couple filler troops here. Okay. And then we're going to call this Leroy. I can't spell Leroy Jenkins. Leroy RC. Have him charge it. Okay. Let's train that up. 42 minutes. We're not waiting that long. Where's my potions? So we are looking at an 11-minute countdown for that. What are we going to bring in for the I think the drill will be a new meta because it acts effectively as a blimp in that you can path it reliably and get it to the town hall, considering all the defenses around the town hall. But yeah, there's still, bases aren't going to be set up for that. So it's interesting. We'll have to see how it plays out. Okay, so what am I going to be bringing in with this? So I'm bringing in these E-Titans. So let's bring in, they're going to be doing a lot of the work. So I'm going to be bringing in 3 ice golems, maybe just a wizard and some filler. And then what did I need? I needed a jump and I needed a freeze out of that. Okay. So I think that makes some sense there. Cool. Okay. Up live, everyone. Thank you, Snail. Appreciate it. But we've discovered a lot, I have to say. Everything considered. We know that an RC and a Diggy can charge a single target and take it down before the RC barely gets hurt. We know that a drill with a clone invisible super minion tends to do some work. Greed Mocha, holy smokes, recall spell is insane. Yes, it is. It just sucks that, you know, we're going into a new meta where there's a lot of damage output. And to kill off your RC right off the get-go and invest what, 3 to 4, 5, maybe even spells to do it, you've got to get a pretty big return, you know? Monolith has 5,000 hit points. I don't think that goes down. I don't think with 3 zaps and 2 quakes that goes down. And the RC ability. RC ability, let's math this out a bit here. Where's RC? RC ability does 2150 damage. Okay. First EQ does 29, and I don't know the scaling of it, but even if the one after it does like 10, so we're looking around 40% damage done by EQs. That actually is getting really close. 40% of that is, oh god, math. What, 2,000 roughly? Plus 2,100 from the RC ability. Plus each zap does, what, 5 something now? 6? 1,200? Yeah. I honestly think 3 zaps, 2 quake, and an early RC ability takes down a monolith. And if the pathing's right, you could, I mean, if you hit, I remember it used to be 2 quakes and an early RC ability takes down an Inferno as well. So you could potentially chain a couple of these together. What's the hit points on an Eagle? 56. I think I need to test that. Let's see if anyone have an FC with either a monolith or eagle close to a side. I know no one's going to have a monolith realistically close to the side, but let's give it a go here. We got time to kill as everything's cooking up anyway, so. Actually, I can show you what it looks like in hits. Actually, I got 2 starts. So look at my defense log. Like, granted, okay, was in lower champs. So this, okay, so here's 3 days ago. So this is pre-update. So I was getting like 2 starred and stuff, right? Then update drops. Now all of a sudden I'm getting either 1 starred or people just diving in to drop trophies. This one actually did do a decent job. He did hybrid me pretty good. Then 3 defenses, and then everything afterwards is like just a 1 star. Until this one. This one actually got to the 2. I think the monolith killed some stuff out of this, so. Yeah, this guy came in with super giants and busted through. And what we've learned about this base is that basically this central core is just absolutely killer. Like, the expos cover so much range, the multi-targets are upgraded so they cover range. The rage tower does some work. And having the 2 here, so like, look at this. So here they come in, okay? Lassie's gone before the first building goes down. There's the rage. These super giants are tanky. They hit the, like, look, they're gonna melt. Gone. Explosion from the town hall. And then here's the monolith starting to shoot as they come in. I think it takes down a couple of Yetis or something, maybe the enemy archer plane. There it goes. So it fires off these evil-looking green beams worth of ass kicking. I think it takes down the AQ either. In terms of hitting it offensively, no. I've seen 1, maybe 2. Partially due to it being, you know, lower in trophy levels, I suspect. So look at that queen, 2 hits. Gone. I suspect once I get up higher into legends, not legends, higher into titans, I'll hit some 15s. Yeah, that thing just hits like a truck, but that monolith and even the warden statue at 60, they just hit so hard. It's crazy. I know, they just melt everything that hits them. Okay, we got 4 minutes left. Let's see if does anyone have that. Mark, let's see if you've got anything I can... Okay, so you've got at least an Eagle artillery. So let me... I know this isn't going to be the edit army. I'll use the current one, which is close-ish. I'm missing a lot of troops, but this is kind of what I'm thinking of doing. It's like, if I do a quick math, I think I need 2 quakes, 3 zaps for this. So 2 quakes. I go zap, 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 something like that. And then I RC in, kill the first building, and then early RC ability does that. So if I kill her doing that, she's taking out 6 or 7 defenses maybe before she goes down. And I'm going to drop my queen here. Basically recall Diggy. Now I've got a queen running around with a lizard and a Diggy. Which is ridiculously overpowered. Because Diggy's just going to stun me. So I could run this queen right into a single target. And it will stop the single target. And having the lizard there, lizard's going to stop most of the skelly traps and... Where did it go? Okay, so fun with that. Also helps save Diggy. It does. Okay. Yeah, gotta love the white walls. Definitely. Okay, we got 2 minutes left on that. And we'll go see what we can find here. I gotta switch my pets up. Okay, so King doesn't need yak. I'm still on the fence with these like I don't like the Phoenix. I really don't. It seems just useless to have, what is it, like 6 seconds of invulnerability after your heroes died? What's that going to do? Like get a building and a half, maybe? I mean, it's nice, but it's very situational and you can't control it. Yeah, like revive for 6 seconds. You're not going to, unless you die going at the town hall right at the end, 6 shots without ability isn't going to do a ton. Just seems like it's not worth it as much, but you know, what can you do? What was I gonna do? Heroes. So I love Lassie though. I'm gonna take Lassie. Maybe what I do is I'm gonna go Lizard on King and Lassie, and then I'll have Lassie and Diggy. I think the combination of them will do some good work there. All right, 24 seconds left, and we'll have some fun here. Okay, let's make sure everything else is going good here. Okay. Quick drink for some energy. All right, let's do this. So I'm going to keep, I'll find a base. Now this is an interesting start because like right there, I can take down the eagle. Yeah, let's see if I can do this. This is a good start. Okay, so Diggy's going to go down no matter what. So that means I have to more or less have my queen started before or right after I do this, the spell portion of this, I think. And there's got the builder hut there, so I got to be smart about this. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to go quake, quake. You know, zap, zap, zap. Somehow I have an extra zap. Now I'm going to put my queen down with a charge. So she's set. I'm going to put RC in there. And early ability. Now that didn't work as planned. And look at Diggy go there. He's having some fun. I'm just going to let them do their thing. Assume they've now died. Gonna quake into here. And I'll send the drill in just for the fun of it. Here comes Diggy over to join the party. And let's get a jump going there. Look like they've really charged through much, you know? Okay, so let's go with the super well breaker there and the main push here. Everyone in the pool. Rage right there. And it is right there to keep things nice and safe for a minute here. Warden ability, keep them moving. And warden ability there, save everything from that time off. That entire corner of the base I don't have the ability to go get. Looks like it's going to stall out in the middle. Because that definitely needs some tweaking, I think. That was just bad, bad queen charging on my part there. But it's not over yet. We've still got some stuff going on here. I really hope, well, I guess if the, if the eagle went down as planned, this might have been a slightly different story. Definitely didn't. I have to say, though, those E-Titans are doing some tanking. Like, eventually, like, it took them that long to get through the walls. I mean, they do damage and stuff, but still, like... How's that queen still going? I don't get it. She's gonna go down in a second anyway. At least the percentage is decent, you know, for something that I think was maybe not the best move to begin with, but got some damage at least, 83%. I really should have looked at the loot because I'm pushing to get DE and 300 isn't really the greatest. Okay, I'm not giving up on that yet. We're gonna go give that another go. Run that one back there. So I think I had one too many zaps out of this combination. So I'm going to take one out. I'm going to put a freeze in its place. I just tried email. I felt a single troop for lower town hall 12. She's a waste. Yeah. I mean, if I had a choice between one E-Titan and like 2 Yetis, I don't know. I mean, Yetis do a lot of work. They have a lot of hit points. They can take down a lot of things. It's a tough call. The E-Titans work really, really good as a pack when their aura kind of destroys buildings as they're walking by. I think that's where their biggest benefit kind of comes into play, but as a single troop, they don't bust through walls quick enough, so they get tied up. You know what they kind of feel like? They kind of feel like a short-range super bowler, you know? Very expensive troop-wise, very good in packs, very good if you can get a healer, but otherwise, yeah, they just seem to fall short. Mappy, how you doing? Welcome to the live stream. We're having a party here. Now that you're here, Aura is sick, yes, but still, it's good in like numbers. I don't think it's good individually. Like, what is the damage on that thing? Aura damage per second, 125. Okay, so that's decent. Squirrels are sick too. Totally agree with you on that. I appreciate the support for the squirrel kind. 8,200 hit points for 32 troop space. 3,700 for a Yeti. So, okay, so 2 Yetis are a little bit more troop space, have a little bit less hit points. 290 damage versus, thank you, Sprack, 220. So they do a little bit more damage. They have the Yeti mites. Oh yeah, she barely affected an X-Well. I believe that. I mean, she's slower. Movement speed 16, movement speed 12. Okay, so yeah, I still think it's probably a good swap for 2 Yetis in the right situation, but I just don't know what that situation is yet. I think there's a cup. I will around 3 a.m. Oh, right, nice. Okay, So Sprek Space won't be available. I don't think I'm going to be streaming for 6 hours until 3 a.m. in the morning. Never know. No, I do know. I'm not going to be streaming until 3 a.m. in the morning. I still like this. Sorry. So Mappy, what you missed was interesting in that we discovered, and you can actually see it in the replays. I don't know if you saw the replays. I'll do it on the OSCE one here. Basically what happens is Diggy as a pet has a mechanic that when the hero he's tied to dies, he will immediately go and hook up with the next closest hero that's been deployed before the RC goes down. And then that hero has 2 pets. So RC just sent Diggy, just died. Diggy came over. Now I've got a king running with a yak and a Diggy, which is pretty crazy. So we tried an attack, that last attack, which went horribly wrong. But what it did prove is that you can, in theory, Sui your RC, which I tried to do taking out the eagle on this side. That didn't work out. But you can then send in a queen charge on the other side. Diggy, when the RC dies, you'll see Diggy dig all the way across under the ground, hook up with the queen. The queen had Lassie over there as well, and now all of a sudden you should have two heroes. So you can get the supercharged queen charge if you Sui your RC first. The only thing is, suing your RC, you basically have to invest some spells, early ability, try to take out an eagle, a scatter, something of value, because obviously she hits like a tank on her own anyway, so. It's crazy, because that's a level 1 town hall, and it's hitting that hard. I can't wait to see it hitting like a level 5 or something. A little bit more. I did there. See how we're doing here? Single imama. Yeah, I'm going to see that in a second there. 6 minutes. And the thing is, that AI isn't normal. Because if you think about it, the unicorn will go track down the nearest troop. The yak will rage and attack the nearest building. Lassie will just attack the nearest building. The eagle will just go rogue and do whatever the heck it wants to, because it's honestly sucky. I don't know about the other pets yet. I don't know if the lizard... Yeah, it is like a free replay spell. I don't know if the lizard does it, and I don't know if Frosty does it. So we might want to test that out to see if it happens. But I think the trade-off and where it's important that we focus on Diggy doing it is if, for instance, RC goes down and it's got the lizard. The lizard's above ground and is going to get just shot down by whatever defense has probably killed the RC. Diggy goes under the ground, which means he can go to the opposite side of the map, underground, safe, and then pop up and stun a building there. So, yeah, I think Diggy's the only one where it makes sense to use that ability. But it does pose an interesting... It's interesting that you say a free recall spell, because what if you were to do a legitimate RC charge? Healers, RC, Diggy. Send them in. Will Diggy survive long enough? Because if he does, you could, in theory, Sui your RC, recall the healers, drop your queen, drop the healers, Diggy goes back. You could get 2 full hero charges out of it. I mean, next level complexity on that, but still, I mean, it's something net new that's a possibility. I think I'm most excited for our war that, Jesus, starts in 17 minutes. So maybe we can drop a message on Discord if we want to do any kind of online planning here on our opponent's bases. May have a good opportunity to, because, I mean, we're here. We might as well start planning some things out if we can. And if anyone from the viewing community is from ARG Army Star 11, hi and welcome. We're Defend the North. You will be losing to us, in theory. Maybe. I don't know. Town Hall 15's fun. Don't know what's going to happen yet, so to wait and see on that one. How are we doing here? We still have 4 minutes, 3 minutes. I'm going to gem the last little bit. It's only a couple in there. Let's get an attack in before... Hey, sleep. Okay. So we're going to try the early RC ability again. I'm thinking rather than Queen Charge, let's do a Warden Walk, because at least then I can have a little bit more confidence. I can ignore it long enough to focus on the RC and it won't go entirely sideways. Well, it will go, knowing me, it'll go entirely sideways, but... You see, there's nothing I can really actively get in value. That looks like 10 mil space. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, I can't get anything on that. So this might be valuable if I... Okay, so I'm going to early RC with Diggy on at 9, take down that scatter. I'll do the same with a Warden Walk over at 3 as it's going on. They'll all join up and we'll charge it at the town hall somewhere down by that air defense. So let's see how that works. So I can start with the Warden because that'll take some time to actually do something. That'll give me enough time to come here. I'm going to do 2 quakes right there. I'm going to do zaps here. So I want to take out that cannon for the pathing. And I want to throw in my RC there. That's going good. I'm going to early RC ability there. See, that's nice. I like that. Drop those quick. RC's going to go do her thing. Now, while that's happening, I'm going to totally ignore. I'm going to start dealing with the stuff over here. I don't know if I have time to take down that. Diggy's on the way over. Or should be, if I'm thinking. There he is. Yeah, he's in there. That's pretty cool. I'm liking that. Let's go with these guys in there. I'm going to send a drill over at that scatter there. I'm going to get a jump going here. Just realizing I don't have a, whatchamacallit. Just get in there. Okay, so Rage in there. Here. A lot going on in there. That should take out my core. And then just dropping this there so those turrets go down. Trill's doing some work up there. Like, this is just chaotic. Like, I don't have any idea what's going on at any given point in time. It's just, all my heroes seem to be up. Drill seems to still be doing something. These E-Titans are beating at, look at that, beating at 3 different walls. 3 different walls. How useless can you get? That's how useless. Oh, good. That one gave up on a wall. Smart. Because, you know, my queen's going down there. Okay. I mean, I think I'm pretty sure I've got it taken care of now, but still. Now they come. That's very helpful. Okay, so obviously you can tell I don't like E-Titans that much. So there you go. I'm gonna have to rely upon them to finish off this attack, aren't I? Yeah, I'm gonna have to. Keep walking in. Keep going. Do some work over there. There you go. Cool. Okay. Well, I'm happy in a way that that got tripled, because that wasn't as bad as it could have been. But yeah, the Diggy recall seemed to make sense. And that was at least an example. Yeah, everything is on cooldown. That was at least an example of that early RC ability actually working. Like, it felt like that got enough value to warrant being an RC down for the rest of the attack. I'll just watch that one more time here. So, 2 quakes. So I'm basically investing 2 quakes, 3 zaps. So 5 spell space. An RC ability, and I'm taking down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, maybe 6, 7, 8. 9, So I got 9 defenses and a CC pull in exchange for 5 spell space in my RC. That doesn't seem like it's that bad of an exchange in the grand scheme of things. What's also interesting, I just noticed. So Diggy comes across the map, immediately starts targeting the scatter shot. Then I drop the king. The king pulls the warden's attention over. Warden goes and zaps a building at a distance to support the king. Diggy immediately abandons hitting the scatter and goes down to where the warden was attacking. So it's not even so much he'll just go in the area and support and attack the nearest defense. He's going to also target whatever the hero that's attacking is attacking. It's interesting. Okay, so let's see how things are going here. So we have 10 minutes left before war. I'm liking that army comp. I think it needs a little bit of tweaking because I don't like the E-Titans at all. But I think there's potential there. And we have war starting soon, so that's an added bonus. Okay, so we got 10 minutes. Let's go mess around with the base for a second here. So this was the base that we were working on earlier. And I know there's always the risk of building up does a lizard revive Diggy or just the queen? You mean the Phoenix? Phoenix would just revive the hero it's attached to for 6 seconds. But that would be interesting because you figure I've seen the unicorn heal a yak before, but I think the unicorn's logic is just to go to, if the hero goes down, go to the nearest troop rather than the nearest, you know, specific type of troop or hero or whatever. But yeah, Phoenix is weird because even when it comes to the recall spell, I remember hearing that it was like the normal pet has 10 troop space, but the Phoenix doesn't count because until the hero it's attached to dies, it's not really deployed yet. It's just kind of connected to it. It's that egg bouncing around. So in that case, you can recall your queen without having, like, I think it was like 4 healers plus your queen is enough for a max level recall, and it'll bring the Phoenix unhatched along with it. So okay, so 10 minutes to at least get maybe another building down on this design here. So a lot still on the go on this. I feel like the town hall compartment here is pretty solid. I'm not entirely sure if the archer towers or the air defense are optimally placed yet, but I like the monolith. I like having the inferno towers where they are. I like having the builder huts where they are. I think they're in good positions. So I think what we need to do is still manage to get a little bit more protection when it comes to flame flingers, because they're still going to be used. That corner is not entirely covered yet. No, don't want that there. Be there. Now, this is the boring part of the stream, but just trying to think of, okay, if I saw buildings in this configuration, how would I attack it? Can I protect against that? Okay, fine. I've got something to protect against it. How would I hit that? And I'll be interesting to see how once this kind of gets attacked by some people, to see if it holds up. And I know some of that's going to be just because my defenses are a little bit higher leveled, but still. It's interesting. I can put that builder hut there. I wonder if we want that though. Because ultimately I see this being either a flame flinger to the town hall, or it's going to be queen charge town hall and then a hybrid. I think that's probably how this base would, you'd intuitively look at it, or even a skybrid, but I don't even know how to protect against air yet, so I guess we'll have to sort that out. Okay, I need some splash up here to support air coming through. And in here. I don't know what to do with this long strip now down the middle. Still have a lot of, so I'd really like to pick the brain of, like, professional base builders and see how they conceptualize a base, because I'm looking at this and I'm like, I'm just dropping buildings left, right, and center. I really have no rhyme or reason to what I'm doing. It doesn't fit anywhere there. Where would I want? Like, this is the only pathway between the two. So I feel like if they were to run in from 6 or 12, the hybrid would probably have to pass through here to some degree. Unless, like, I was going to use the poison tower here to slow things down, but what if I was to put it here and then go with an invisibility there? Like, the only problem is that makes everything invisible. That's great, but the range on it. And then you just probably zap that out. Yeah, no, that's probably not going to work. I'm going to put that back over there. Okay, right. Yeah, right there. Okay, let's save that for a second and just see how we're doing on wartime. 4 minutes. Cool, cool, cool. And then we got a long way to go on that. 4 minutes. Okay. Get back to this one more time. Edit that. Okay, let's get more troops there. 4 minutes to go. A couple more buildings down here. I have no splash here. I feel like that's a little bit too busy. I'm put that with gold mine there. So sneaky hits the gold mine, won't trigger it. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that looks decent. Okay, what else do I have? Let's put gold mine there. Looks like over here. Camps in the corners. Ooh, excuse me. Okay. Let's just finish up a couple more things here. That's covered. That's kind of covered. Nah, doesn't make any sense there. Let's get pet house there. I think I've now got to figure out E-dragons and all the chaining that would go around that. Like that. So basically, if I put these buildings down here, I'm baiting them into charging in this side. So bad at interneting. I'm happy. Well, the upside is by the time you catch up from the 5-minute lag on the stream, war will have started. So there's a bonus there. I feel like maybe I put the air defense back and I throw a mortar here. Maybe a multi-mortar, something like that. So there's no way to realistically snipe that air defense. Well, there's lots of ways to snipe it, but it's a harder snipe. Because no matter what, I mean, I'm setting this up to be a pretty simple Lalo around, I think. I still have a lot of archer towers. I think in the end what I'm going to have to do is just go through and kind of just plot out which of these defenses are, like, it'd be neat if you could get, like, overlays. So, like, you know, there's the range of a ground, you know, there's a range of an air. You know, you've got that ground overlapping with that ground, so the area in the Venn middle is more damaging type of thing. It'd be neat to see that kind of like heat map to tell where are the defensive weak spots within the base. I wonder if there's a way to do that. Just need to farm like another 3 million for Arcene King. Yeah, that is a grind. Okay, okay, we are alive on battle day. That is fantastic. Now we can go look at some stuff and start figuring things out. Live streaming and breaking down more bases. If anyone is interested, might as well throw it out there to the group. Let's take a look at some of these guys' bases. Where am I? Okay, I'm at the top, so I gotta take on, in theory, Broly. So he doesn't have any spells, but he is running a box base, which on its own is pretty annoying. And all those builder huts are just nasty. Oh, someone's already attacking. He's charging in headstrong. Kesner is charging in headstrong. Let's see what he's doing. Coming in with a Skybird. Someone else is attacking too. I'll have to check them out later. Town Hall upgraded Clan Castle. He's going for the Hail Mary across the board for that blimp. Just baited with a tornado, so I ain't going as far as he'd like it to. But hey, you know, you make do with what you got. Excellent freezing of the Clan Castle. Can it be on Discord voice chat too? That's a good question. I'll have to look into that because I know I can have the audio inputs and outputs all aligned to do a live stream on YouTube and also be on voice chat. But I think the challenge comes from like is it worth it? I mean, I'm going to be carrying on effectively 2 conversations at the same time, and Discord will only hear one and YouTube will only hear the other, and both of them I'll be carrying on at the same time. I don't know how it's going to work. But yeah, that's maybe worthwhile looking into. So maybe that's what we do. Maybe for the purposes of this first war, till we work out all the logistics of this, maybe what I'll do is I'll shift over to stream on Discord there for tonight. And we'll figure things out since this is our first war with Town Hall 15. And then we'll see what can be done to kind of multitask on the YouTube things. Okay, let's end the stream there. I'm gonna shift over to Discord. So I will see you guys there. Thanks for popping by. And for anyone else who's not in the clan, it sounds like a perfect situation for squirrels. Anyone who's not in the clan, definitely, if you want to join Defend the North Discord information, clan tag is up at the top. Feel free to come into our Discord, say hi. Got a nice visitor chat. We're all friendly. Some of us are squirrels. See, squirrel. So yeah, thanks for watching. And we'll be streaming again soon because yeah, Town Hall 15, interesting stuff. All right, talk to y'all later. Thanks again. Bye-bye.